Hello, dear guests, dear future students, dear enrollees. We are very glad to see you here today with us. Either you have joined us in the VK or you are watching us through YouTube. We are gonna tell you today about Samara State Medical University. But before we begin, before we go into details, let's watch a small video about our university. So now I can finally introduce myself. My name is Tatiana Zebrova, or you can simply call me Tanya. I am the manager of the unit of recruitment and academic mobility of Samara State Medical University of the International Department. So as you might already know, today we're going to speak about the admission procedure to Samara State Medical University. Basically, we will answer the two main questions. Why should you study in Samara State Medical University, and how can you actually do it? So we'll speak a little bit more in details in a moment, but now let's now have a look at the agenda of our meeting today. So, as we have already mentioned, the speech today will be about the admission procedure, and basically the details of our talk will be the following. First, we'll talk about, very briefly, we will talk about the medical education in Russia. Secondly, we will talk about why you should study in Samara State Medical University, what the university actually is, what benefits might you have while studying in the university, and why it is the best medical university in Russia, obviously. Then we will speak about Samara State Medical University social life and other different opportunities that you might have while being a student of the university. And then we'll go to the second part, and we'll actually talk about the admission procedures, which documents you should prepare, how you should send your documents to the admission committee, and which exams you should pass, and how the exam procedures will go as well. And we will have time to answer your questions. Therefore, please have a look at the link, have a look at the QR code you're right now seeing on the screen. You can ask your questions either in the comments down below on your YouTube translation, or you can ask your comments in the Google form, which you can see on your screen right now as well. So basically, if you decide to study in Samara State Medical University, where will you find yourself? It's here on the planet Earth. First of all, congratulations. It's in Russia, which is the biggest country in the world. You might know this geographically. And if you have a look at this red spot in Russia, which is in the heart shape, this is the Samara region. And the Samara is the capital of the region, which is located in the middle of the heart. So Samara is quite an old city. It was founded in 1586, and the population of Samara is 1.15 million people. Our time zone might be a little bit different from the one that you live in. It's actually GMT +4, or if you're comparing to Moscow time, it's Moscow time +1. Climate is something we're quite proud of, because you can find yourself in -30 or +36, which is actually right now behind our windows, and you can basically do whatever you want in winter and whatever you want in summer. So it's a bingo. But what about the medical educational system in Russia? Does it differ a little bit from yours? It might differ a little bit, but basically the main educational basement is the same. It's 6 years of medical education. After that, you can go into the 2 years of residency. So far it's 2, but it might change until you get to the residency. It can be prolonged a little bit, but you will know about it, of course, in the future. And if you want to go deeper into science, you will need to apply for the PhD, which might take you another 3 or 4 years, and then you can become a professor. And if you want to have a real investment into medical science, this is your point, so the top of the pyramid. So how can you, something is lagging here. So how can you study in Samara State Medical University? As we've said, the education is 6 years long. If you're applying for the English program of general medicine, all your education will be held in English. Therefore, knowledge of English is the #1 necessity that you should have, the #1 skill that you should have in order to apply to study here. So all the theoretical materials will be provided in English until the moment you go to the patients, because since you will face patients in Russian Federation, you might need to talk to them in Russian. So make sure to maybe study a little bit of Russian already, but don't worry if you don't know a word in Russian. You will have your Russian classes here in the university whenever you get admitted. And then you also have to keep in mind that at the end, so by the end of the 6th year, you will need to pass the state exam, which will also be held in Russian. But I assure you, 6 years later, you will speak Russian fluently, because you will live with us, Russian people who will love you as well. And also, while studying in the university, you will have plenty of opportunities, which we will talk a little bit more in details later, including, I'm not going to hide this, you will probably have the chance to study not only in Russia, but in any other country of the world, because Samara State Medical University has a wide range of communication. And next, so what is so let's wait a little bit for the presentation to load, sorry. Yeah, in the meantime, I can say that among the partners of Samara State Medical University are such amazing universities like the University of Saint-Étienne in France, like University of Düsseldorf. We also collaborate, we started the collaboration with the Charité clinics in Berlin, so join us and you will learn more. So, next. What is Samara State Medical University? It's, as I've mentioned already, one of the oldest medical universities in Russia. It is more than 100 years old. It was founded in 1919, sorry. It has 10 faculties. The current amount of students studying in Samara State Medical University is about 8,000. Among the 8,000 students, we have around 700 international students. And some of them you might see today as well, because we have our guests here in the audience. They have joined us to tell you a little bit of their experience as well. We'll hear from them later. Also, our university has its own research institutions and educational institutions, which means we have our own concepts, scientific concepts and educational concepts, which we're very glad to share with the whole world. We also pay a lot of attention to the innovative development of our university. So all your education will be based not only on traditional systems, but also on the innovative methodologies that we will talk about a little bit later. And we also have our own technopark, so in case you want to make a new investment in the medical science, and if you are doing some research and if you have maybe thought about creating some device, this will be a chance for you, because the university will help you to introduce your idea into some products and productive results. Also, we are very proud of our staff. Here you can see the picture of our rector, Professor Kalsanov, and later on we will hear some welcome words from him as well. We have 4 honored scientists of Russia, 1 academician, 25 honored doctors of Russia, and many, many more people teaching you here who are also waiting eagerly for you to join our team. Next. Also, we should mention that recently Samara State Medical University has not only entered but also grown up on some positions in some international rankings, included but not limited to the Times Higher Education ranking, where in the impact ranking we took the position between 100 and 200. So we are among 200 best universities in terms of health development in the world. Next one. And as I've said, you might be able to use some of the innovative technologies in your studying, and I know that some of our students will tell us something about their experience already. There are such devices, such creations as this table, anatomy table. We have some inventions in the augmented reality, in the virtual reality, so all of these will be at your leisure whenever you join the university. And as I've already mentioned, we have a wide range of collaborations around the world. So, why Samara State Medical University? First, we join traditional methods of medical education with innovative methods of medical education. So here you have the basement and all the new investments in the world of medicine and medical education. Second, we have our own clinics, which means that we have our own hospital. What benefit does it give to you? That means that you can study all the medical diseases on the spot. You will basically be studying in the clinics and the hospitals since the 3rd year of your education, and at some subjects maybe even from the 1st year of your education. Third, the wide range of international collaboration, which gives you an amazing opportunity to build your own network and to maybe think about more global future for your medical achievements. And last but not least, Samara State Medical University has currently been announced as the leader in the IT medicine in Russian Federation, which means that you will not only have the opportunity to study the IT medicine in medicine, but also to implement those techniques into your future profession. But before we go to the social life, let me ask our guests, is there anyone who wants to share with me the story of why have you decided to study in Samara State Medical University? Does anyone want to answer? Mahmoud? Yusuf? Yes? Okay, so who wants to start?
Okay, I can start.
Okay, please go ahead. Yeah, you'll be given the microphone in a second. Okay, you can speak. Why have you decided to study in Samara State Medical University?
Because it has a high word ranking.
Okay.
And doctors here have experience in teaching, and also doctors speak as well.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
It is one of the oldest university in Russia.
Okay.
I think it is what
It is made in 1990.
Yes.
It has experience with foreign students
Mm-hmm.
because it teaches Russian medicine in Russian language from years ago. It gives you a chance to express your ideas.
Mm-hmm.
It teaches us medicine well, and give us a very good experience in medicine and medical universities. And they treated the students very well.
Thank you.
This give us a good idea about the university. That's why I would like to study here in Samar State Medical University, and I am very glad to be one of students of the greatest university in Russia.
Thank you very much, Yusuf. Thank you. That's Yusuf. Second question. Okay, I know that there were some other questions. Does anyone want to ask something before we start with the social life?
Yes.
Yes, please, Alma. Microphone, please.
Okay. Please tell me, what are the social and research opportunities provided to the students by our university?
Okay, thank you, Salma. And I will need the next slide, please. Okay, just a second. For some reason, the presentation is freezing, but I think I can start already. So we have a variety of social opportunities here in the university, and I hope that you already managed to enjoy some of them. First of all, you will receive the dormitory, so you will not need to search for any place to live. You will be provided by the university with a room, with a bed in the dormitory. You will have amazing neighbors, I hope. And that means that it will be way cheaper for you than in comparison to whether you would have need to rent an apartment here in the city, right? Secondly, what should I mention next? We have a lot of opportunities for you to develop your sports abilities. So if you're fond of football, basketball, volleyball, what else? I think we have tennis and quite a lot of other sport teams in our university. You can easily join them. You have the lessons of physical, we call it physical preparation, even though it's not maybe the appropriate name, but actually we have gym trainings incorporated in the curricula in your timetable. So what next? You will also have the opportunity to develop your creative line, let's say, in your life. So if you're fond of dancing or singing or playing and acting on the scene, on the stage, we have also the team of people who can provide you with this support. We have regular concerts organized on different levels. They can be organized inside the university or on the city level or on the all Russian level. So if you're very eager to share your creative abilities, you can do this. Then what else? You also asked about research, right? I should say that since the first days of your education in the university, you can actually join any of the student scientific society. Every chair in our university have their own group of students who do research on the topic, and I know that Salma, you did have the experience, right? Maybe you can share it with us. Can we listen to another person? Можем послушать еще одного человечка? Just a second. Will you be able to share your experience? Okay. So basically, if you want to do the research, you can become the part of this scientific society, do it with a tutor, and then present on the conference. Salma, please.
Okay, I already participated in a congress in Turkey. It was online, but it was really a great experience. It was a research congress. I worked with Dr. Daria, a really nice doctor. She learned me a lot.
What was the research about?
It was about the effect of pandemic about the university students here in Samara.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So did you enjoy it?
Yes, very much.
Will you do it again?
Yes.
Okay,
of course.
thank you very much, Salma. Okay, so let me see what we haven't mentioned. So we spoke about the dormitories. We mentioned that we have our gyms. So basically there is a gym right in the dormitory. Have you ever entered the gym in the dormitory? No. Okay, I'll show you where it is. Okay, next slide. And the social life. So as I've said, you can take part in different events. You can take part in volunteering programs as well. So if you want to do some supportive work for the patients in the hospitals or for children or some social work as well, you can do it in the volunteering direction. Okay, next slide. So there are also some people that I might that I cannot not mention. They are the dean of the international students of our university. He stays there in the middle, and the two women who take care of the best dormitory in our university, and I think also in Samar as well. Next one. And yes, something that I forgot to mention, we have the tutoring system. So basically, whenever you arrive to our university and study the education, we will give you some contacts of some students who might become your tutors. So you will not be left alone. And let me ask you guys, will you help the newcomers? Will you be the tutors for the newcomers when they arrive? Thank you. Yes, I hope so. Yes, so you see at least 10 people are ready already to support you when you arrive. Okay. What else? I said that you might have some different opportunities, and the opportunities are, among others, the academic mobility programs. So you here see the map of collaboration that we have nowadays, and we're developing, and we're trying to make that there are no white spots on the map. So basically you can go to any of those countries marked on the map for an exchange, at least for 2 weeks or even for a semester. Here are some pictures. I think we'll just scroll through them because here are some pictures about how the exchanges actually happen and the social life of exchange. So here are some students that come to our city and they go to other cities as well. Okay, now we're moving to the second part. And I think we had some questions about the admission, right? So who wants to ask a question? Okay, Ali, just a second, you will need a microphone. Ali.
Please tell me, when the admission procedures will exchange it this year?
Okay. Okay, I will tell. Any other questions about this as well? Okay.
No.
Okay, very well. Let me tell you now how you can become the student of Samar State Medical University. So there are basically 4 steps for you to get admitted to the university. And you will start with the first step, which is called registration. So before anything, before even starting preparing your documents, you should first of all register, so kind of secure your spot on the platform. And how can you actually do this? Is you should go to our website, which is SamSMU.ru. We will attach the active link to the description of the YouTube video, so you will be able to just click on that link, and you will need to click on the English button, which will be on the very top of the page. Next. Then you will not see this, but you will see something in English. Since the admission procedure will start on the 1st of August, the website is currently getting ready for the process of your admission. So now, if you try to go through all these steps that I'm telling you now, you will not be able to find what I'm going to show you. But I promise that on the since the 1st of August, all those links will be active. So basically, basically, you will see this banner, which will tell you that this is the online platform for your admission procedure for attaching your documents. So you will need to click on the bottom, which is called the room of enrollee. And as long as you click on it, you will see actually the entrance to the platform. So you will need, if you are doing it the first time, you will need to click on the registration button. And when you go there, here is the data that you will need to enter in those boxes, which actually requires your actual email. Make sure to register for the email, which is first yours, second is basically daily, maybe even twice or 3 times a day, checked by you and none other, because the email will be the main way of communication between you and the university. Second, we will need you to fill in your surname, your name. You will need to create your password, so you will create your password on your own, and then you should tick the small line which says I'm giving my consent for the personal data producing. I forgot the word, I'm sorry. But basically, you know, it's the typical tick that you have to put before clicking register. And when you click register, next, you will, after you click the register button, you will need to check your inbox, because within 24 hours you will receive the email which will provide you with the link and will say that your registration is approved. After you receive this email, you can continue with the registration. But once again, I want to point out the important information that you have to keep in mind. Once again, your email address must be yours and must be the one that you are checking at least twice a day. And one more part is about your phone number, because sometimes some of you write your phone numbers just as they are without entering the country code. This way we will not be able to call you. But so if you want to actually receive your information about your admission, please make sure to enter the country code and after it your phone number. Next. So after you registered, one second, I'll be speaking right now. Something is going wrong with the devices today. Anyway, after you clicked the register, you will receive the information link, but the registration link, the link to the platform where you will need to insert all your personal information. But before you do this, you will have to proceed. Actually, you did this, then you go and read in details which documents you will need to prepare. And those documents are the essential ones. Without those documents, you will not be able to even be considered for studying in the university. And the documents are, next one. And yeah, okay, just before I go into the details, what are the documents? I just want once more to emphasize that the deadline for attaching the documents will be the 1st of October, but the sooner you do it, the better it is, because the sooner you attach all your documents and fill in the registration form, the sooner you will be able to start passing your exam. So you will know your results and you will have your free time, and you will be able to take some rest sooner, the sooner you attach the documents. So the documents are, the documents are the ones that I'm going to talk right now about, but where can you find information about those documents in case you want to just read it and not listen to me, maybe watch on the screen? If you once again go to our website, and I'm sorry, but it's again in Russian, but I promise it will be in English by the moment you will be doing it, while clicking on the button admission, you will see the small link, active link admission in English, and this is the place where you have to go to. Next. Then you will see 2 boxes, information boxes, admission at the general medicine faculty and admission to the PhD. Since you are going to just study your education in medicine, the one on the left is the one you are interested in. And then, in order to find out which documents you need, please click on the admission documents and rules. Next. So, what are those important documents that I'm talking about? First, of course, it's your passport or ID. Next one. So, what about your passport? In case, it might happen, why not? In case you already have your visa, your Russian visa in the passport, we will need to know this. So, make sure to scan or take copies of all the pages in your passport. So if anything is written on the page in the passport, make sure to make a photo of it or a scan of this page. an important information for those coming from the countries which might need official legalization of their documents. How can you find out whether you need it or not? Please go to this website, which is written here in the very bottom of the screen. It's nic.gov.ru. This is the website which will help you to find out whether you need some additional procedures to the normal registration or not. Because for some countries, you will need to once again approve and legalize your documents from your country. Next, second document that we will need is the document confirming your previous education. So if you graduated from school, you will have your official certificate proving that you have graduated from school. So we will need first the original of the document, second the official translation of the document, preferably notarized, notarially approved translation, and also once again go to the website that I have already mentioned, because at least I know that for Egyptian students, in case we have such an audience, this procedure will be necessary since this year on, even if it wasn't necessary for during the past year. So go there to this website and please read the instructions carefully whether you need the official legalization of your document of education or not. Next, and some other documents that you will need to attach. First, your photo. Your photo can be either colorful or black and white, whatever you prefer, but make sure they are the photos you will use further while you come here in Samara. So they should be small, 3x4 centimeters, but you will find all those requirements on the website, as I've said. Then you will see that you will need to attach the medical certificate in the registration platform, but don't worry, in case you do not understand or in case you don't have time to receive this medical certificate in your own country, whenever you come to Russia, whenever you come to Samara, you will be able to make one here. Then the next document is the enrollment consent. You will find this document in the instructions on the website, so you will just need to print it and sign it, but make sure you have the Russian copy and the English copy both signed. And if you have any additional documents, if you're, for example, very active in research already as a schooler, or if you're an Olympic game winner, why not? We're waiting for those people as well. If you have any achievements that you would like to share with us, there will be the space for additional documents that you want to share with us, and you will be able to attach your documents there. Next. Whenever your documents are uploaded, what next? In let's say 1 week, or it can be until 1 month, you will receive an email. So 1 week until 1 month, you will receive an email with the date of your exam. So as long as you finalize the procedure of uploading the documents and you clicked on the button submit, also don't forget to click the button submit, you will receive on the email the information about the exams. You will have 3 steps of exams. First, and it's written the last one here, you will start with the interview. So also to your email you will receive the mail saying when exactly and through which platform you will have the interview. The interview will be on some topics from biology and chemistry and will normally not take a long time, but somehow from 5 to 15 minutes. But make sure that there will be the exam commission which will talk to you face to face through the camera, of course, through the screen. So make sure to prepare your passport, because whenever we call you, you will have to show your passport. And you will need to answer some of the questions that we will ask you. All the theoretical knowledge that you will need to provide us with will be based on your school program. After we have the interview, you will also receive the links to your 2 tests. First test will be in biology, second in chemistry. They can change. Don't worry, it's all right. The order can be different. But basically, so 3 steps: interview, biology test, and chemistry test. The test will be performed on the online platform, but also make sure to have either scanner or your camera next to you while dealing with your test, because there will be some of the last questions where you will need to write your answers with your hand on the paper, then you will need to scan this paper and attach it to the platform. So for the exam, make sure to have perfect internet connection. For the interview, you need to have the camera, and for the test, you will need to have the scanner or the camera which you can take pictures of the documents with. And next, what happens next? After you pass your exam, you will be able to check on the website. So back again on the website that we showed you already, there is the link, the page, which will show you, which will show all the updated results of the exams. So make sure to check it. There will be the ranking list, and there you will see your points. Important information: the maximum amount of points that you can gather is 200. The minimum amount of points that allows you to pass is 84. So minimum in chemistry is 42, minimum in biology is 42. And the only 150, according to my last information, but this might change, so stay tuned and check the website. Only the first top students will be admitted to the university. So if you have the, like, for example, 86 points, but you are on the place, your spot is like 256, that means that you will not be admitted to the university, so make sure to prepare for your exams very carefully. Next. And the last one, the last step is for you to actually receive your invitation. So whenever you see in the ranking that you are quite on top, in the second half of October, there will be an official document signed by the rector of the university, which will announce the final list of students who will be admitted to the university. So make sure to check that one, because in that document you might hopefully find your surname. After that, you will need to wait for the email from the university representative with the instructions on your visa. This representative will ask you to send maybe some additional documents for us to start preparing an invitation for you, and you will have 1 month since the 1st of November until the 30th of November for crossing the border and actually arriving in Samara. And during this 1 month you will be studying online, but as soon as you cross the border, your education will be face-to-face. And I think I've bored everyone already. Next slide. Yeah, oh yes, quite some details additionally. So make sure to prepare your visa as soon as possible, because as I've said, you will have to arrive in Samara between the 1st of November until the 30th of November. Next. And yes, oh my God, why is it blinking? I didn't do this, sorry. So the educational price is $4,000 for the students starting their education this year. And make sure that you pay a lot of attention to the payment. You will have 2 options how to pay your education. You can do it either from your country. There is the dollar account in the university, which you can pay directly to, or you can come here in Russia, then maybe change your money from your currency to rubles and pay directly in the university. So discuss it with your parents, whichever way you prefer, and make sure that 4,000 is for 1 year education, and it's preferably that within 1 month after you get accepted to the university, you pay the whole sum for the first year, or at least the half of the sum. But you will receive further instructions later. Next slide. Next. And yes, I think we are coming almost to the end of the serious important information with some instructions that you might need to memorize. I also want to tell you that as soon as you are admitted in the university, you will have another webinar face-to-face with me, or maybe with some other representatives of the university, and we will instruct you on every step that you will have to do after it. But now, let me ask if we have any questions from the technical side. Okay, we do. But I think let's leave it to the second part. And now I want to ask a few questions to people who are sitting here with us. So, I have a question. Who can tell me how did you feel when you found out that you got admitted to Samara State Medical University? Does anyone want to share the feelings? Okay. Please, Mohammed?
I was so happy when I received the admission, and I was trained very hard to study and to work, and it was a good feeling to achieve my dream in Samara.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure, it is very too happy, and to life in Samara State Medical University.
Okay, thank you, Mohammed. Anyone else?
Yeah, me.
Yeah, please, Hazem.
I was delighted and so happy to be in this university.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a dream that come to reality. Because I joined the Samara State University. I'm gonna be a doctor. I'm gonna treat a lot of patients.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and with my experience from studying in it, I became more happy than I was admitted.
Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's all.
Okay, thank you. You want to say something as well?
Yes.
We have a speaker here. Okay.
In the first, it was hopeless that I didn't reach a medical university in Egypt, but this mood changed when I came here.
Okay. Thank you too for trusting us and for coming to the country. Okay. Perfect. So that was about admission, but I have another question. What do you like most of all in studying in our university? Does anyone want to answer? Ahmed?
Yes.
Yes.
I think Samara State Medical University is just pleasure to be here and live in this city, and it's kind of system that based on receiving the information, or it's just institutions
Mm-hmm.
which work on receiving the information, of course the knowledge of study, by variety of ways or methods. For such an example, in anatomy classes, we have variety in methods to receive the information.
Mm-hmm.
First, we have some classes and theoretical lectures.
Mm-hmm.
And second, we go to periodic table.
Okay.
I can show you some periodic table.
Yes, please. Can we... Мы можем показать, нам хотят показать приложение на телефоне. Видно?
Just
Не видно? Yeah, just okay. Just tell us. What is it?
Yes. As I mentioned, the developers has developed
The
a
microphone.
program or an application on the phones, which is periodic table. I can show you here.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is so interesting, by the way, that you can study anatomy, maybe investing in Egypt.
Yes. Perfect. So you can see the human body there, right?
Yes.
And basically, it's the textbook in your pocket, the interactive textbook, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ahmed.
At the end, I just want to thank Dr. Andy, our dean, and our rector.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. All right, and let me see, do I have any other questions? I think let's first listen. I'm told that our rector, Alexander Vladimirovich Kalsanov, who is the professor of Russian Academy of Science, want to say something to the ones who want to get admitted to the university. So let's listen to the rector.
Dear enrollees, or should I better say, our future students, I'm very glad to welcome you in Samara State Medical University, one of the oldest medical universities in Russia. We are ready to assure you that in case you decide to become our students, these years will become the best in your life. In our university, we cherish traditions and encourage innovations, support your personalities and motivate you for new achievements and self-development. We can provide you with all the necessary facilities for comfortable, modern and progressive medical education. You can achieve anything you want if you are ready to put your heart, soul and enough effort in your education. Samara State Medical University works hard towards creating the future of medicine, uniting the basic sciences with the new branches of applied disciplines. We support collaboration for the sake of more progressive development. We encourage academic mobility students, research, and we also believe that students' life should be bright and unforgettable. We will help you to make your first steps in your development as outstanding international specialists, so don't hesitate to apply for Samara State Medical University. Dear URLs, or should I better say, our future students, I'm very glad.
All right. Thank you very much, Professor, for your speech. We hope that whoever is watching us right now will actually hear that we want to see everyone here of you. So now we have actually one of our students who has already finished his first year studying here in the program in English. Ahmed Shusha. Shusha, could you please come here and tell us your story? Yeah, we can clap for Shusha. All right, Shusha, what do you want to tell us?
Actually, I can talking about the story from beginning.
Okay.
From my registration and take my exception and invitation and coming to Russian. So at first, you can registration like Tanya mentioned before. You can open just a website and upload your papers, and this is easy way. You can doing it and get a result with so quickly. So it's easy. And after you have a registration, you can after you taking registration and have exception in our university, there are some exams in biology and chemistry like she mentioned, and don't worry about exams. I was worried before, but now it's so easy. When I got it, it's so easy. Like if you have a good study in secondary school, you can pass it with easy. Don't worry about exams. And after exams, university send you like you have exception already in our university, and you take some couple days to wait about invitation. And when you have an invitation, you can go to your embassy in your country and have your visa. If you have your visa, I think you can fly and come here. So at first thing you have feeling before after you arrive in Russia, the weather. It's so cold. At first things I come, I have a good clothes which so heavy, and I don't feel like so cold because I transfer from airport to plane and in plane to the dorm, so I don't feel anything. But after I walking in street, it was horrible. It's so cold, and but it was a good expression, and I love it. I love snow.
But I think people are warm here, aren't
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But how did you adjust? Did you buy any more clothes?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because my clothes don't enough for this weather.
Obviously.
I'm going to buy a coat which was more heavy, and I don't feel anything after I bought it.
Okay, but how did then life happen here in Russia? How did you feel yourself adjusting to the...
At first, from my beginning to I'm arriving in airport, I was so happy because it's a new story and a new life and the new people. It's good. So I'm so happy because this first couple of days, I'm so happy because I'm glad, and I'm so happy because I'm here in Russia. After this, you adapt with the weathers, and you start to your college start and everything start. This time pass so fast because study and exams, because medicine is so difficult. This is not easy to be doctor.
Of course, in any country, I believe, right?
Yeah, all countries like this.
Yes.
So about I coming here, the first one I met him, Dr. Andrew, our deans.
Your dean, yes.
Yeah, he's a good person. He's one of the best our deans in Russians, I think. This is my point of view, because he is more kind than any person I met before. So he helped me about where should I go after I coming and go to the dorm, the place you mentioned where I slept. And I'm so happy because there are some person careful about me and about another student. What should you go? Where should you go? What should you do? It's more helpful for us.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I believe Dr. Andre is watching us right now, so he will be pleased. But indeed, it is one of the priorities for us to actually take care of you, because we believe it's very difficult to find yourself in a new country, in a new surroundings, surrounded by other people.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right, but what about the studying? How do you find the studying? Is
Yeah.
it difficult? What is the most difficult part about the studying? Maybe this way.
The most difficult part about study, I think it's about exams.
Okay.
Yeah, it's exams for biology and chemistry. For first year, you for study medicine, you have 2 exams. The last exam is chemistry and biology. Biology you study for 1 year, completely 1 year, and you have exams at final in biology. And this exam is so easy as you study hard. But if you don't study hard, I think you will face some problems. But it's okay. For example, I have 5, and I don't study so hard, but it's okay.
Oh, come on, no, you study hard.
I said, yeah.
No, I know that you study hard.
Okay, yeah. And chemistry exams is so easy. If you know some knowledge from secondary and the previous schools, I think you will pass it with so easy.
So yeah, because it's logical also, yes?
Yeah.
The words are pretty much the same.
It's basic logic, yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you very much. And so now, congratulations on passing your exam.
Thank you very much.
And I expect you will have summer holidays right now, right?
Yeah, I'm summer holidays, and I will spend some time here and go to Egypt.
Okay, of course, to see your family.
Yeah.
Okay, let's say hi to your family. Hopefully they are watching today as well.
Good. Hi. I don't
Okay.
say what I should say.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, anything else?
Okay, no, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm
Isha.
glad to be here.
We're
Yeah,
glad to
thank you.
And we have some questions from our internet, from our YouTube translation and from Google Form, I believe. So let's hear what the questions are. Okay, here is the question. How I can pass my paper to this from Uzbekistan? Basically, the same way. You have the opportunity to apply and to upload all your documents in the online registration platform, which we have been talking beforehand. So you go to the website www.SamSMU.ru, and there you go to the admission admission section. You find the admission rules and admission procedures, and there will be the big link which will allow you to register in the platform. So you will be able to upload all the scanned versions to the platform, but make sure to bring all the original versions with you whenever you arrive in Samara, whenever you get accepted. So, do we have any other questions? Let's see. Okay. Is it possible to pass entrance exams at a university? I think that those people who sit here can say that it, of course, is possible. Yes, of course. So if you studied well at school, there will be no problem for you to pass the exam if you know English. This is the most important requirement, I would say, because if you do not speak English, if you don't know English, you will not be able to get admitted to the English program. If you know Russian and if you want to study in Russian, then this admission process has already started. You better go to the website, again, the one that I've mentioned. There will be the recorded webinar on how you can get admitted to the Russian program. The requirements are a little bit different, the procedures are a little bit different, so make sure and pick which language you want to study in, and then go through the procedures consequentially. Okay, another question. Is there any foreign students helping center in your university where overseas students may settle their problems? Again, this, of course, we have such people. In general, this is the international department of Samara State Medical University, which I'm one of the representatives of. And also, Shusha has mentioned the dean. Everyone calls him Dr. Andrei. He's actually the professor, Andrei Dmitrievich Protasov. And he will be your dean who will be taking care of you 24/7, literally, because I know that students are texting him at night. Of course, it's better not to bother him at night, but he will still answer you. So definitely you won't be left alone. You will be fully supported. In any case, there are other students in the dormitory who can assist you with any emergency. There are people in the dormitory who are also responsible for taking care of you, and there are people in the deanship, in the administrative building of the university who will take care of you. So don't worry, you won't be left alone here. Okay, are there many foreign students in your university? Are there any students from Russia? Obviously there are students from Russia because we are located in Russia, right? So there are about 7,000 students from Russia studying in the university, and currently we have 600 and something, closer to 700 students from international society, so from other countries of the world, studying right now. They are representatives of 30 different countries, but the geography is just increasing, so every next year we have more and more representatives from different countries of the world. Okay, does the studying in your university need the knowledge of any other languages besides English? Okay, good question. Once again, as I've said, the majority of the information studied will be in English. If you choose to study at the English program, but since the third year you will be also communicating with patients in Russian. But again, don't worry, there will be the course of Russian language in the university as well, so you will have at least 2 years to study Russian as well. And also, just a small recommendation, it might be better to already know a little bit of basic Russian phrases, because when you arrive in the airport, when you go outside the street, it might be a necessary knowledge for you to just survive, right? To just know how to ask the way and something like this. Okay, any other questions? Okay, there is another one. Let's see. Can I be sure that the diploma of your university is recognized in other countries? Oh, this is a tricky question, but a very interesting one. It depends on which country you're coming from. There are some countries that recognize our diploma, and some of them take Russian diploma without any other additional exams, but I believe there are quite a few. Some of them, and quite a lot of countries, do recognize Russian diploma, but you will need to pass additional exam. For example, students from Egypt, right? You will need to come back home. If you decide to come back home to Egypt, you will need to pass your own state exam, right? In medicine. Yes, and I believe the same story is, for example, with students from India and Sri Lanka, and I don't want to lie, it's better to find it out in your country. So in case you want to come and study in Russia and then come back home, or come to some specific country, make sure to find out the information about the recognition of our diploma in your country specifically. Any other question?
Don't questions.
No
but,
questions.
one
Okay.
opinion.
Okay, one opinion. Let's see.
Okay.
Let's see. Intriguing. Very interesting. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And we love whoever left this comment. So, of course, our love is mutual, and we're very glad that our discussion today was quite productive. But we're not finished yet. Let's see another short video right now. No? No. Okay, then I have my last question to those people who are sitting here next to me and suffering this heat. It's very hot here if you don't know. So the last question would be, what would be your advice to our future students? Do you have any advice to give to those who want to study in Samara State Medical University?
At first, you should study hard because you are studying medicine, so you should study hard.
Good.
And second, be careful because you can have many problems because you are foreign and you don't know Russian.
Mm-hmm.
So try to know some words because you will treat with Russian people. Not almost of them speak English, so you should know some Russian words.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Shusha. Oh, Sarah. Okay. Go ahead.
Actually, you are coming to a university that has high standard medical education, so I want to add to Ahmed's answer and tell the students that are coming to our university to study hard and keep your ambitions high. As you want to become a doctor, don't forget this, so you have to work hard and study hard also. Also, don't forget to enjoy the snow and the river. They are quite nice places.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Sarah. Mit?
Yes, I just want to add to them one of the most favorable terms that I love. It's just to live the moment. You are here to study, okay, and just live your life as it's usual. Don't make a pressure on yourself.
Thank you. This is the most valuable one. All right. Thank you very much to everyone. Okay, we'll now show a small video. Watch. Thank you very much to everyone who was with us today. I know that it might have been a little bit tiring, but we hope that we were informative. We know that maybe not all the details were presented in this webinar because we had to stick to the agenda and to some of the time limits, but we hope that you will still consider our university for studying, and in case you have any questions, please feel free to email us. You will find the email in the description of the video below, or you can also always find it on the website of Samara State Medical University. So we hope that you will come to us and be our guests and live together with us in the heart of Russia. Thank you and goodbye.